Scholastic Audio presents The Feeling of Falling in Love by Mason Deaver, narrated by Zach Barrick. There's a knock at my door, slow and rhythmic. I've only been asleep for maybe 3 hours, and already it's morning. Neil? You awake? Wyatt asks. Yeah, I have to pee. Well, come in. Wyatt opens the door, slowly, traipsing into the bathroom, and a few seconds later I hear peeing, followed by the flush and sound of running water. You know, you don't have to ask every time, I say when he steps out of the bathroom. You can pee whenever you want. I didn't want to walk in on you. The easy solution is for us to share a room. No. Shut up. Shut up, stupid brain. You're not involved in this. What are we doing today? He asks. I prop myself up on the bed, trying not to pay too much attention to the shirtless nature of the Wyatt Fowler standing right in front of me. It shouldn't even matter. We've seen each other shirtless plenty of times before. But now, it's different, and I hate that I feel that way. Though, I certainly don't hate the view. Pictures, I tell him, so put on your Sunday best. Where are we going? Actually, I don't know. My mother never sent me the address. That probably means that I should ask her. But if she never sent me the information, then maybe I have a built-in excuse for not showing up. I'm just a groomsman. Do I even need to be there for some lousy pictures? I glance at Wyatt. Maybe we'll get lucky and we can skip. I doubt that. I climb out of bed, and Wyatt and I both move to the couch. I've convinced myself that I shouldn't have to even think about getting ready for these pictures until I have the address. For a moment there, I think that Mom must have forgot. Or maybe she really didn't want me to come to the photography session, because it gets to be 10 o'clock and I haven't heard anything. The light in California is great, but if you wait too long, it'll get too hot to take pictures. Everyone will look sweaty and oily, and Photoshop can only fix so much. The closer it gets to noon, the more it feels like we've been spared. Or they're taking the pictures without us. Maybe I should feel bitter, but that just means I get to sit here on the couch with Wyatt watching TikTok compilations on YouTube. Except God doesn't love me that much. I'm in the shower, music playing from my phone, when it's interrupted by a ding. I duck my head out of the shower, careful to dry my hands off before I check. Mom sent me the address for the pictures, and when I read it on the screen, a sense of dread crawls up my spine. And I can't help myself. Son of a bitch. So, this is where you grew up? Wyatt asks as we stand at the gate to the driveway. I ask the Uber driver to drop us off here. It's a walk up to the house proper, and the more distance I get to put between myself and walking back into that house, the better. Yeah. Where's the actual house? Up the hill a little bit. It's not far. And why do I get the feeling that you don't want to go back in there? I glance at him. And where would you have gotten an idea like that? I ask him sarcastically. It's not that I don't want to go back in there. It's just... No, actually, I don't want to go back in there. The last time I was here was over Christmas break, and I couldn't wait to leave. I tried to spend every free moment I could away from this house and the people inside, even if that meant just taking walks up and down the street. There were times when I couldn't be inside, no matter how much I tried. Too many weird feelings, too many memories that I'd rather not have. You know, we don't have to go inside. We kinda do, I say. I'd rather not be chewed out by Mother. I ring the bell on the call box by the gate, and a second later, it crackles to life. Hello? We're here, Mother. She doesn't say another word. The gate just buzzes and slowly begins to open up. Next to the driveway, there's a set of stairs built into the landscaping that makes the journey up the elevated property much easier and much shorter. So, of course, I lead Wyatt up the driveway instead. No reason to get to the front door faster than necessary. How much of your family will be here? Wyatt asks as we make our way up, passing by the lush green ferns and flower beds that Mother worked so ridiculously hard on. I'll give her this, at least. When the house was first purchased, she had all the previous landscaping uprooted and moved. She wanted her own garden, grown herself, something she could be proud of. Us, Mother, Michael, and Ashley, the bride's and groom's parties, grandparents, I say. Think of it this way. The fewer people who are there, the more attention there is to put on us. When we finally make our way up to the entrance, Wyatt gets the full effect of the house. Styled in a very modern fashion, the Bel Air home is just a few long white boxes stitched together. Sterile white walls, floor-to-ceiling windows, black trim, and confusing architecture. This was where I spent my first 15 years. And never once did it really feel like home. Wow. Fancy. Yeah. I wish that we were here under different circumstances. It could be nice to stay in a house like this with Wyatt if we were on vacation or something. Plenty of space, a nice view, beautiful gardens, and a pool. What's not to love? Then it occurs to me that it sounds like I'm already planning vacations with Wyatt. God, brain, stop!